Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the Muro map, and we've got crazib from Lemon Clan, and he's in a platoon with Candle OG, or previously known as Candle Saul. Tier 9 10-10 battle, and got a strip 103B, which is great DPM. We've seen crazib playing this tank before, getting good results, so let's see how this game progresses. Right. So Candle's heading to the Magic Forest, try and spot some targets for crazib. This video really is going to highlight how Platoon should work to basically get the best results out of a game and try and get the win as well. The start of this is going to be fairly sort of static in the sense that there's not that many targets coming up at this point, so there won't be a whole lot of damage in the first couple of minutes, but more concentrating on the mini-map. So you can see that Candle has just circled back and done some early spots, but it's just not enough targets in the position of the guns. Now, as you saw, crazib got spotted there, possibly by the Object 705A. That corner is a bit dangerous, so he's taking the precaution of coming back to a more defendable position. The enemy's pushing hard down that flank because there's not a lot of tanks being seen on the other flank, so you can make the idea that this flank could be overwhelmed fairly quickly. And here we go, now we've got some targets coming in. If he'd stayed in that original position, he would have been spotted every time he fired, and that would have put him at much higher risk. So even though he hasn't really contributed to the game yet in that sense, he has in the sense that he's kept his tank alive and come to a position where he can defend. Alright, so you can see Candle is also pulled back here. There's not much you can do. The targets are being spotted by the tank, so don't throw away your hit points. Keep them until you need them. But still, the enemy staying fairly well back. If you have a look at the contours of the minimap, they're behind several hills, so definitely not presenting any targets here to crazib. And at this stage of the game, it's all about reading the minimap and working out where the push is on and what you can do about it. Alright, now you can see from the colour of that damage going up, that was Candle doing the hit, and now crazib getting his own targets here, managed to score one on the Type 5 Heavy. Now we've got the mouse. So first couple of targets he's been able to shoot at. I'm here, 705A coming across, that bit of a mistake there, but should be able to get a few shots in here. And they're whittling down. You can see the DPM on the 103B, just really outstanding. And he should be able to get one more shot in and maybe the kill, or he gets killed anyway. So now the mouse side on, perfect target there for the strip, and he's just gone into cover there. That's alright, so that just in that short space he's managed to accrue just over 2k of damage. Just shows the actual sharpitude of 4. Also getting spotted there and getting a shot in. And he's retreating a little bit, but that's at least tracking damage. And now the enemy's really pushing hard up against the team here in this corner. So you can see the Candle's right back to the A-line as well, just to make sure that he's going to get exposed when he shoots, and the mouse just poking out a bit too far. crazib going for the tracking shot there to try and keep him in place, but clearly he's got a decent crew, and now they're starting to make inroads. So there are 3 tanks down, and quite a few hit points down as well, but at this point of the game where it's going to turn, and it's all about the setting up of this defensive position. So as long as that Uda's 03 just stays quiet and doesn't fire, he'll be safe and can spot. And now I see Candle is pushing up here to try and get an angle on the Type 5, particularly if you can be isolated. So crazib looking at how he can get engaged in that particular piece of activity. Right. Maybe he's baiting the Type 5 Heavy. You can see he's quite low down there in the side of the water there. Crazib coming up here to get a better angle on that. He'll have to go right up to the sort of A9 position, given the shape of the terrain here, and he needs to be able to do it without getting spotted. Unfortunately, they did get spotted there, so he turns around to face the enemy here, get a bit of a hill in between their Candle, losing some hit points here, and luckily the Type 5 goes down and he gets rid of the mouse, so that keeps Candle alive. And they've managed to basically wipe that whole push down the 9-0 line there. So now they can turn their attention back to the 1-2 line. And they've got no assets on the 1-2 line whatsoever, so they've really got to wait for them to come around the corner. So it looks like the CC1's been holding that position and doing some work. And we've got another target coming up at 704. A couple more shots and he's gone. And there he goes. So starting to basically pull this back. They're still sufficiently down in hit points that you've got to still consider your options here. The thing is going to be engaging at maximum range possible, so get someone to spot. Looks like the UDES 03 is going to play part of that role, but so is Candle. And it's possible that the hit point total isn't exactly what you might think. Now, until they're spotted, they don't update the hit point total there, but alright. So now they're starting to come around the corner, and again, coming back to this position gives him a bit of flexibility to not be trapped on the A line there. So they can fire back towards the corner. The enemy thinking they'll have to sweep around and come down the A line is the most likely. Look, just pay attention to the bottom line of the video here. You can see the equipment that crazib is running. So he's got the experimental mobility device, which is very useful in siege mode. It gets you much better reversing and forward time compared to just the standard siege mode. That's been fully tricked out. Experimental mobility, plus in addition to running a bounty rammer, he's also got the rammer directive, or the equivalent of it. It's not called that exactly, I think it's something to do with ammunition, but that basically is going to give him the maximum DPM, which is exactly what he's relying on here. So crazib's still with full hit points. He's got 5 cave damage, and you can see there the hit point total has basically evened out. Now, unfortunately, I've lost the UDES 03. And you can see they're pushing down, but they've also, Charfuture 4 has decided to try and flank, but he's found Candle. And can we get rid of the Char? Here's a Cobra come to play, but he doesn't realise that there's a trap, and crazib springs the trap and gets rid of the Cobra, and Candle basically deals with the Charfuture 4. So now they're coming around to try and flank the enemy. Now there's a bit of Batchat arty somewhere, most likely in the corner. So they'll have to deal with that first and hopefully not get spotted. And then they can start to pick off the tanks one by one. Tactic here, of course, is to try and stay as far away from the other tanks that might shoot you if you do get spotted by the artillery. crazib's doing. Now he has a bad spot in the corner. Would have proxied him by now. So coming up here. Artillery's moved quite a distance, so let's see what he finds as he comes up to this spot. So slowing down. No. Goes into siege mode. But no targets. So there's 4 vehicles up in front of them. The question is, where are they? Suggesting to get on to the back of the side of the hill here. Alright, T-95 spotted and destroyed the 50 TP, so it takes 1 target away. The E4's been spotted now. And crazib might be able to get some shots into him. Unfortunately, CC1 goes down, so it's back to level again. 3 minutes to go in the battle. Oh, here we go, there's the Batchat Arty, he's been spotted, but crazib hasn't at this stage, which is good. Can you get a shot on him though? He's quite down below the terrain. No shot on offer at the moment. There's E4, righto, you should be able to get some damage into him. Oh, and the T-95 lands a big hit, but Teenage puts 2 shots into crazib, but he's still got plenty of hit points left. So he's going to concentrate on the E4 coming around, support the tanks. E4 not looking at crazib at all, which is good, and he should be able to get another shot in. Just leaves him on 20 hit points. C4 just not caring, and finally gets the kill. So that brings up 6k of damage for crazib. Candle gets rid of the Arty, so that's good. Now it's just the Teenage who needs to be found, and he has moved into the forest here. So crazib just coming up to get as close as possible. Hopefully spot him, but he didn't. And there you go. Takes a hit, but again can afford to take a hit and come up here and try and put a shot into the Teenage. He's got to go into siege mode to get the maximum. It takes 1 more hit, but he gets the kill. Alright, that's the end of the game. So 8 kills between them for the platoon. Crazib on 5, Candle on 3. Let's get a look at the details. Okay, so we've got crazib's results here. So 5 kills, 6.7, just under 6.8k of damage. He's got the tank sniper medal and brothers in arms for the platoon, getting at least 3 kills each. First class mastery badge. Let's go and have a look at the team score. Alright, so the platoon's finished on top there, both doing over 6k. In fact, Candle doing the highest damage there and the highest EXP, 6.8k and just under 1200 base EXP. So the platoon as a whole doing really well. The T-95 giving some good support, as did the VZ-55 that we didn't see a whole lot of. And on the enemy side, the Cobra getting top with 4k and the Teenage with 4.5, both getting good results, but unfortunately losing team. So a bit of bad luck there, but it was really that push from the Mouse and the 705A and the Type 5 Heavy. They were all in a platoon together, so that's what sort of gave the momentum to that side initially. But it was really the teamwork of Candle and crazib that really defeated that particular push. Alright, so let's have a look at the rather shocking economics of this. He's fired 23 shots. Every shot hits, so great shooting there, 20 penetrations out of that. Gave him his damage total. You can see 4k done at more than 300 metres. That's what got him the Tank Sniper award. But no reserves running, no battle payments from the clan, so it's a bit sad. He's ended up with a total loss of 77k, but it's under 78k. But nonetheless, still a great game there from crazib and from Candle, and just showing you know, how effective like Platoon can be if they really communicate well and, you know, play to each other's strengths, really, which is what that's about. And notice how they managed to keep their hit points until the later stage of the battle, when it became useful to spend them up against the tanks that you're trying to kill. Anyway, that's the battle. I hope you like it. If you give it, if you do like it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, that's an option for you. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.